Life really is such a crazy, crazy thing. You wake up, you think you're about to enjoy Brit Lowers, Emmy winning performance for Severance. You go about your day, you do a shit day at work, you come back, eat a little bit of food, go
Oh,
out to class, and then all of a sudden you hear the cruelest words you've ever heard in your life. Out of the blue, unexpectedly. You cry a bit coming home, but you make it. And you're here. And in just a, short couple of minutes, you'll be able to enjoy Britt Lower's Emmy winning performance for Severance Season 2, Episode 6. While those cruel words stay in your head, unescapable. But there.
T.
And life goes on. You hop on the table, you make decisions, you deal with them. Whether you're bronze, whether you sumo, whether you draw, you make decisions and things happen because of your decisions. And all
T.
you can do is look back on the decisions you make and think about if you're ever having to make that decision again, would you make the exact same decision in the exact same way? Let's try the 9. Did work. That's all you can do. There's nothing more to it. The 7-8 and the chi on the 9's a little scary. Ooh, that was a mistake. Should have been 8. I did not realize there were 2 8s out. I thought there was only one. But yeah, you live with those decisions, and the important part is you live to see another day, to possibly make that decision again. And if you want to change it for the next time, you do it. I'm gonna do this. I'm pretty sure this will need to in some capacity. West starting out, so West could definitely be in the hands. Um,
Eat.
Probably not anything else. I guess North, but not really buying. It's 2p every time. Save for C2 should be a cheaper deal in. Again, early 1p, probably not Shanta on the 2 pin.
Long.
Yep, North and West. Pretty much exactly what we expected. The West hidden is tough though. Jam. Hot him on. Good high, good high. It sucks for that guy. Hopefully he had a good weight. I'm assuming probably like 3-6, so cutting 1-2 pinch on like that. But yeah, in good or bad times, the table stays the same. Make it harder to play, make it easier to play. Still a table you sit down with 3 others on and make decisions based on each other. Every decision you make, you gotta live with. I do really like to say that Mahjong isn't really about winning, it's not about not losing. Mahjong is about figuring out why you sat down at the table. That's really your only objective when you go to play Mahjong. And sometimes that answer
Home.
changes. Sometimes that answer is a bit unclear. Sometimes you have the answer and, you play for that answer. But that's the important part of this game. That you try and think about why you sat down to play it. Mahjong's a lot like life. There's, technically right and wrong answers, but you don't have all the information. I'm gonna cheat this. That seems pretty good. I'm gonna show the red too. Hopefully get this guy to cheap out. But yeah, you make decisions, you make calls. They may not always be right. You may not always have the best information. Sometimes you get punished for things you do right. Sometimes you get rewarded for things you do wrong. Well, gotta take this. But yeah, what's important is making decisions and sitting down to play. Life more so than Mahjong. You always got to keep playing the game of life, but you don't always have to play Mahjong. It's a nice difference. Mahjong gives you a choice. But, you know, for either you could make the argument that because you do have the choice or because you don't, that's the beauty of it. Eye of the beholder type beat. I think that's what's really appealing in down times for me.
Home.
Being able to sit, being able to play, being able to decide and try. You know, it's hard. A lot of the times, it's really hard. But especially if you queue and especially if you try, then I don't think anyone can take that away from you. I'm not gonna check that east just yet. Shumpai on the board, a little rough. Hey, Mr. Okay. So dealer would have won on the east. That would have been bad for me. So it worked out. Very cheap. That guy's still close. I'm gonna drop east. We're probably looking at like 2-3-4 Sanchoku. So I'm gonna play for that, especially with the floating white. I really want that value. No, especially with that pair of ones. 2-3-4 is probably the one. I'll probably drop one on next turn. The Suzu could still develop into an Itsu. It's very, very unlikely. But possible. And again, I don't really want to drop the Haku. I'm off the button. I want the value to chase this guy with like a Mongon, get in striking distance. Don't want to give this guy the pawn of the Haku, so I'd rather just kind of, even at the expense of my own hand, really try and slow this down. Dealer's very far away too, so if dealer takes like a sumo or something, totally fine. Totally good. Although that being said, if we get Nagashi Mongon chance, I'm dropping the Haku. I love me some Nagashi Mongon. Ooh, pair of nines. Okay. We're going to abandon this. We're actually going to throw 4-3. Technically, final weight 4-3 is a little bit better because we have Tuso Genbutsu. So dealer threats, we actually have a chance. Oh, we have Sancho on that. Yeah, that should have been 6-7. That's bad. I was thinking 6-7 because 7's like guaranteed save. Against dealer threat. And again, we're playing this very passively, very slowly. But because of Sancho, it should have definitely been 6-7. That's a misplay. 6 before 7-2. So that way we have an extra tile to help out these nines if we want. Just like so. I'm going to drop this. It's a bit of an interesting situation because, again, we have this floating weight. If somebody drops the weight, we can get it out, though. So, like, we have options. It's a little bit weird what's going on over here. Not a huge fan of this. I don't really know what we're doing here, but, you know.
1.
Okay, reach on the 5, sure. I'm gonna check green again. There wasn't a pause. Should be pretty low chance. I guess I probably should just throw a 9-9 there. I'm never dropping this white, probably even if they drop white. And if we're playing the white, it's pair, so we need to get rid of like paired shapes. Yeah, I don't think I'm dropping any Pinzu versus this, so we're probably folding. Fine. Totally okay. That was our game plan from the start. It's kind of how we knew we were playing the hand. The 8 is an interesting tile to try to play. Oh, came out there. Because the 9-9's weird. I don't know why you would play the 8, but if he's like trying to trap like a Cheetoy or something, which unlikely, but maybe, that's one way to do it. I'm gonna get rid of 4-3. 3 so not in love with.
質問
And it was 3 pin, just 3-6. So yeah, pretty much exactly what we imagined. Kind of sucks to let that guy sumo. Now first is getting kind of hard. But fourth, very far. So trade offer, right? Double Dora, want to lock that in. Want to get that cooking. Will we be able to do it? Who knows? Drop the tune. Should have been the South. Whoops. Whoopers. But you know, be like that. Love Marijima. We're gonna throw 2 pin. I'm pretty sure that's wrong. I kind of like 9-7. Like I want to play both Dora, so I guess I could throw like 5. If we get Tenpai, we're definitely just throwing 5 and hoping we hit 3 mon, even though the weight's garbage. But if I hit like 6, then like I kind of don't hate it. That's another interesting tile. I think I'm gonna throw it back though. I don't really think I gained too much. I don't really think I gain a whole lot. Richie on the board, that's rough. 5's good. If we draw 3 to Tenpai, then we just take it. For sure. 8 is safer. We have all 9s out, so normally when like the Suji on the reach, the difficulty is in the Ryoncon. In this case with the 5, it would be 5-7-9 or 5-3-1. We were checking the 5-7-9 shape, but we could see 1, 2, 3, 4 9s. So we know that it's not 5-7-9. Now again, it could be like a Cheetoy on the 8. Very uncharacteristic to drop all these terminals and honors. Well, really all these honors in these terminals. If they're playing Cheetoy, normally you'd want to wait on those. So very unlikely to be a Cheetoy. And again, it can't be the 5-7-9. So odds are we're okay. Bit of good difficulty. This might be 9. So yeah, we're gonna check 9. Shunpai on the board, but we don't really have too much better, especially versus this reach. We could play 2-pin Genbutsu, but we are dealer. It would be nice to chase a little bit, because Sumo also bleeds us a little bit more than usual. But these tiles are so hard to play. So we'll probably check 2, and then we'll try 4-pin. 4-pin is Nakamusuji. Ooh, that makes me want to do... Yeah, I'll do the 3. Now with the pair of 4s. Like, again, we want to try to win this hand, right? East is fine.
質問
Remon came out. Wow, 6-4 Shabo on the Sumo. What a monster. Well, at least they didn't hit Ura, so... We're down a little bit. Could be worse. Could be worse. With Ura, we're down a little bit more. God, Weekend Love by Yuri Kokubu. Just a blessing of an album. So good. I love that album. I love that album so much. One of my favorite albums. Probably my favorite album ever made. I love that album. I'll probably reach for the Ipeka. Very aggressive versus this guy, which I kind of like. Well, no, I'm just going to do this. So now we have options. We draw around the Ipeka. We probably reach it. If we draw 5-8, we get 6-9. Or technically, if we draw 8, we also get, look at that. It's funny. We draw around 8 pin, we can also take 6-9 pin this way, which with dealer getting to 2, I'll probably buy for. Early 8 too, it looks pretty good. Better than the 6-9, we're the strong shape, the 9 we have 2 of. The question is, what do I do if I draw like 3? I'm gonna get rid of the 9 here. A 3-so for like Tenpai on the pin 3 is just so delicious, and the E-Pico weight's not that good. Like 3 is a good weight, 5 is a good weight, 4 is a good weight. Well, 4 is an okay weight, but like 3, 5, 7, 6 are all pretty good. In the Sozu, oh wow, the 8s are looking bad. Ugh. 8 pin, not looking good. Looking bad. Looking quite bad. We don't want that 3 mom. We don't care about the E-Pico. 2 2s out. Yeah, 2 1s. Not real. Watch. And then like 2 pin into 1 pin. That 5 is rough. Well, that's certainly one way to handle it. We're going to counter Ichi that. Oh, I could have dropped 6 to be on 5 8 pin. That being said, that weight's terrible. 3 8s out and a 5. Is, you know, defending against this guy? No. No. Okay. What a 1. Assuming 6-0 doesn't deal in, which very likely deal in pile. The fact that they're just on 6-3. Hey, and we won on Dora, so that works. Rishidora, no Ura, but big hands. Pass this guy up, knock him off dealership. Very good. Very good, IMO. Drop that 1 pin. Still very far. I mean, that being said, I've gotten hit by Yakuman, or had that guy sumo Yakuman all last. That's how we lost. I think it was last game I recorded. No, it was 2 games ago. So, still possible for them to win, but hopefully they will not. Hopefully we are golden. We are totally fine. Yeah, let's pawn the 6. Let's just, you know, we gotta get rid of the 9, the 1, this one. Figure out how to play it. Now that 7, much more reasonable. That 7 fixes this. We have to drop 1, 1, and then figure out this. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and something. We need 1 more. Ooh, that's delicious. I'm gonna drop the 6. So I think if there's less than 9 6s, I actually drop the 1 here. Because you have like E-Peiko plan this 6, you have 6-9, which is a good end weight. Lots of good options. But with 2 9s and another 6, so I have 2 more 9s and 1 6 to upgrade this. E-Peiko would still be reasonable with the second 6, but it's just not as good. Yeah, we're very likely to draw that. I'm gonna drop 6 8s. The 6 can play the 5, but I don't think we have a Tenpai on the board yet. And because of that, I would rather take out the weakest shape, which with 2 7s out is for sure the 6 8. It is Genbutsu to dealer, so like, you know, in pair reach scenarios, it will do better, but very, very hard. I'm gonna drop 2 1 here. Probably should have dropped 1 before the 2. That could deal into 2 5. I have 3 3s, so unlikely. It's 1 chance, but somebody's got the last 3. Whether it's the wall or whether it's another player. Like, even with this one now, I'm a little bit worried. Should be a cheap deal in. Now, this is something to think about, but I can't play that. Yeah, we want to opt for total safety. Dealer Sumo's fine here. We don't drop, so we kind of just really want to play defense. And that should have been 4-pin the turn before as well. That shouldn't have been the 6. Now we have no chance to really fix this hand. Whereas if we do the 4 first, now we might check the 2 with Kabe. Not great when the reach tile's the 4. But we do have a chance to play the hand.
相撲
Yeah, this 8 was a kind of a problem child in 369. Very expecting. I was going to say, a 2 there, and the game actually ends. Because that's 6k all, and this person goes bankrupt. Ooh, look at that, 1k exact. You got 1 Ricci to recover. Are you gonna hit it? So, oh, with Homba, I actually get 3 Han Sumo is a win. That's very important to remember. So normally the 3 Han Sumo would leave them at 0 and they're dealer next, so they do have a chance to make a run back. Again, probably like 99% of the time this player is getting 4th. Maybe not 99, but very high chance this player is getting 4th. But 3 Han Sumo does not guarantee the win for me. They do have another hand, but because there's 1 Homba on the board, that extra 100 would actually bankrupt Kamicha. So I think the magic number is going to be 2 Han Ricci. So Ricci plus 1, essentially. The fundamental, you should Ricci this hand. Importantly, we do have Sanshoku no Mi, which is something. It's a pawn. Okay, this hand's getting a little scary. I'm going to play very aggressive and drop that 6. Could be Tempai, not in love with the 4-3-3. This person's feeding now. But the 7-8-9, it's too tempting. It really is. Like 7-8-9 Chi and we're right there, so. Okay, we're out. we're done. Mongon here, probably Mongon here. Oh, and dealer reach, yeah. Okay, Sumo Giri on the 7. What are we doing? Yeah, I'll play Chun. What a hands. Yeah, we're out. We're so out. It's not even funny. God, I might do the check. Okay, we get 3. No Tadashi, love that. 3 is definitely cleared. Oh, Sumo on the red 5. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Yep, and that bankrupt for Mongon. So we got 3rd, but what are you gonna do? I'm gonna look back, but I actually think I was playing very well that game. I think I actually had a pretty good game there. Yeah, that one's fine. Could make an argument for like the 5, but I think I do like the 6 there. The 1 there, completely fine. Now the 5, yeah, with the pair of 7s, like much more Uka Ide. 7-8-9 range, probably throw the 7 back. See what we do. Gotta be worried across. 3-mon, little scary. Tadashi, probably Sumo Giri. Yeah, the 9's out. Again, if we think this is Tempai, which is probably a Tempai drop, let's double check that. Almost a Tempai drop. But the East coming from hands should be scary. This was a mistake. This should have been 8, so for sure. There are 2 8s on it, so if we have a Shabo or double pair away, we'd much rather be on the 9 than the 8, especially with Kabe. So that was definitely a big mistake on my part. I don't think it ended up mattering, but it could have. This is always 2-pin. We don't like upper Sozu. Guess run for 12k. Sure. Small misplay there. I do remember catching it in the moment, but again, little stuff like that's important. Probably Haku there. Not huge. 7-8-9 I should be thinking about, but probably not. 9 for the safe tile. Yeah, it's probably worth it. This could be like a Honitsu, probably not in the Pinzu, but the 9 is okay. Chi there. Yeah, I like that. I think that's a good enough play. It's aggressive for sure, but yeah. And then we just check the 3. We hope it doesn't deal in. Be very weird. You'd have to have like double 4-5. Possible, but 7 comes out. We're good. Yep, got bailed out a little bit, but this should be south. Whoops. There we go. Corrected. 8. Sure. Fish on the Chun. Yeah, it's Chun all day. Shooting all day. We need to be paying attention across. The 5-6. I actually, with the pairs, 4 pairs, I like 9-8 here. 9 for Sakigiri. If I think Tempai, that might be a little bit worrying, but so I can play 8 first, but then a sumo there. And that's a very fair Dama from this player. Ipeiko upgrade. Okay, maybe a little weird. I mean, I guess scary hand, so there's argument. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I like the 9P. 1 mon, fine there. We're kind of striking this like 2-3-4 Senchoku. I did have a major misplay this hand. Yeah, it shouldn't have been 3-4. It should have been 6-7. I'm okay keeping Dora Haku for sure. Totally like that, but straight misplay on what tile to keep. Ends up working out, but again, you want to be cleaning up what you're doing wrong. Not going, did I get punished? No pause on the Hatsu. Do I have anything better to play here? 3 mana is completely safe, never throwing 1. It should just be the 9s, though. The lower Pinzu can look a little bit rough against this, but the 9's completely safe. A lot of pairs, so there's redundancy. Probably not worth it to take the small risk on the green. Especially for a hand like this, because we're most likely folding up after. Get the 8. 4 mana comes out. We do get 4-3 for free. 3 so could be a little weird. Could also play 7, but that kind of fits. So I think 4-3 is the best hand. And it was 3-6 pin. So that lower Pinsu range. We would have most likely had to deal in if we wanted Tempai. Should have been south first, but small thing, little sloppy, not a big deal. Yep, like all this. 2 mon, a couple options. We have an E2 here. This is 2-3. We could get aggressive and play 7-9. But that does break a Shanten. We are a dealer. It's strong reach. We get 4 as our pairs. So I'm actually okay playing this 2-pin. Because let's say we keep this 2-pin. We'd have to cut like 9-7. We get the 5, and then we're still E-Shanten. So I think that 2-pin there is fine. Yeah, I don't see any way. I don't see us using 2 9s. That 8, again, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 9s. So we have the Kabe, so I'm okay throwing it. Totally good. That 7 is a terrible tile against this Richi and this Richi. Because while, 5-7-9 is not a likely weight, 5-5-6 from this player and 5-6 from this player are both extremely likely. So that happens. I do like the idea of trying to play the hand, especially if we get another 6 out. It's 1 chance. We miss E-Pods. And now with that red 5, things are just so hard. No Manzu across. So I think playing 2-pin and backing up a little bit is the right answer. We get bailed out a little bit with the 4-pin pair. Still problems over here, but things get a little better. East, and then a sumo happens there. Is what it is. This hand, very static. Yep, like that. Yep. This was the one big decision. 6-9, decent weight. 6-7, we're looking for it on the board, but I like the 3, so acceptance in the hand without dropping it. So I think I want to cut from the 6-7 or the 7-8-9. The Ipeiko end weight, not that good. So I kind of don't care as much here. I definitely care about it more here, so I think I do want to cut the 9. Yep. 5 happens there. And now here's decision time. So we have 2 options. We can take the 5-7-8 weight for Pinzu, which gives us 3 5s, 1 8, and 2 7s. So that's only 6 tiles. And this is 3-6, and this is also 6 tiles we don't see. So it's not even better to take this 5-8. And if we do that, we have to throw this 6-0. Super risky. Could very easily be 5-5-4. Even with the Akadora, too, if it's a 5-5-4. So we want to try to avoid throwing these. And 7 pins Gembutsu. And 6 versus 6. Yes, the 3-6 is, argumentatively less likely to come out, but there's another player Rishi, and we want points, so we're just gonna slam. 7 so scary. If I was Dama, I probably would have, I definitely would have shoved the 6 in Rishi, but it works out. We run on Dora. Pick up some points back. 1 so is not the worst, but it's okay here. Thinking maybe you have an aggressive line towards Sonitsu, but then you draw that and it kind of just goes away. Fine. This is a major point of contention. I was thinking a lot about this hand. I think I was right in the moment because of all the 6-9s. Because of all the 6-9s, I kind of want to evade that. And I don't really want to drop it. Or it's not a good end weight, is how I should phrase it. So I do like doing a 6. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 shapes. And this 1-3 is a strong pair shape. And we can drop the 1 later and play the 3s as an Anko. So I really like the 6 here. The rest of our hand's just a little too sloppy to big. Then we get this 2. We can opt to cut something. 4-2 still looks okay. Looks a little dangerous on the board. 6-8, 2-7's out. If we think it passes, I'm down, but it's getting kind of late, so I do like the Sakigiri on the 6 instead of the safer 8. With that, we can also play the 5. We just drop 1-2 and then play 3-3-3 space 5, and we're waiting on 4-so, which is bad, or 5-so, which is Dora. So we can play a 5 if we draw it still with dropping 6-8. A little bit clumsy, but it's there. Yeah, and 2-mon still looks good, so I do like cutting the 6-8 if I think nobody is Tenpai, which I do not buy Tenpai from this player. So it works out. We do that. The 1-mon pair, very interesting. This 5, very interesting. We can drop 4-2, but then we're on 3, and then this bad one. So I do like dropping 2-1. Breachy there. Uh-oh, things are bad. We do not want to be checking 1-4. We draw the 8. That tile is bad. We do not want to be playing the 8 here. 8 is bad. We do not like 8. So now we have decisions. 2-pin near the Ricci. Probably not going to be able to play it, but we can pair to other things. 4-pin Genbutsu. We could play save 6, but honestly, I think I should have played 4-pin here. We play 4-pin twice in a row. And now we're left with a 2-pin, and we have 6-mon. And we're probably throwing 6-mon here. I do have Kabe on the 4 for 2, but if you have 2-2 4-pin, that is dealer. If dealer has 2-2 4-pin, they might be opted to take the Shabo. And again, we don't want to deal into dealer. Scores are so tight. So I would probably most likely opt for safety and drop the 6 anyway here. We haven't gotten anything else to check. This 4-mon was the turn before Ricci, so it was not safe to drop the 1-mon.
Sumo.
And then Sumo, and it happened to be 3-6-9. So upper Sozu was dangerous, just not quite the way. So I think I played that hand fairly well. Shaping up, yeah, maybe Itsu here, but we do like the 7-8-9, the 3-mon. The 6-0 is risky. And then we have to get rid of 3-2-2. If I want to play this hand, I think I have to drop the 6-0 now. And again, points are still very tight, and this would be like a Shanshoku, maybe even a Chanta down the line, man. And this hand, very readable, so it's not the worst. Then the Chi, the pawn. This guy's playing Honitsu. He's Tadashi. Dealer reach across because everybody's open. And we are out. 3,000%. We are never playing this hand again. We are so far out. I would never dream of pushing this hand in basically any scenario with 1 hand left to play in this game. Even if I was down 100 points in a league, I would not push this hand. So yeah, we're just full Genbutsu folding, and I don't think there's anything interesting. Yeah, we just... And this person sumos, again, it's a risk you have to take. I deal into them. Probably not the worst, but I deal into dealer, and dealer runs me, and all of a sudden this guy can catch up. So I think I played pretty well. Very, very small stuff. But still a little bit of cleaning up to do. Again, think that's good, think that's chill. Still pursuing perfection, but getting there. You know? A lot of bad in today, but also a whole lot of good. And that's the important thing to remember. You know, I got third. It wasn't the worst scenario, but it's not a good scenario. But I think in a lot of those positions, I would make the same decision, especially on a lot of the ones that ended up mattering. So maybe I'm doing all right in life. Maybe it's okay.